The following is a Just Green production.
Hello, everyone. It's the week of April 2nd, 2018. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this might be news to you. What up, everybody? Week 12, Season 3. I'm shaving my stupid beard.
Yes.
All right. Follow us on Twitter at MightBeNews247. That's MightBeNews247. Get at us on Facebook, SoundCloud, iTunes. You know the drill. The shit looks good. Shout out to Copper Lion Art, my boy Leo, giving us the ultimate social media makeover.
Yo, he did a great job. We're giving you a makeover today.
I am leaving this episode with a mustache only. Because co-host Kev, say what up, co-host Kev.
Yo.
Go fuck yourself. What up, Danny?
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so glad I get to witness this in person.
But you're so happy because we
God.
missed it by 2 plays of you shaving yours.
2 plays. That's it.
Bottom line, co-host Kev made this very sneaky bet with me last week that he just like sprung it on me. And if we got 100 plays during this week, I flat out agreed to shave my beard without even meaning to do that.
It's good for the show, dude.
It's good for the show. Great, Kev. You know, that's great. And I just want you to know that I've been very frustrated with you all week.
I hope your beard does not grow back by the time of your wedding.
Danny, oh God.
Oh my
See, that's a terrible thing to say. That's a terrible thing to say. Jackie's
I'm
already
sorry,
distraught.
Jackie.
She's upset right now. We actually have a packed house. My brother John is here. Say what up, John.
What's going on, everybody?
Good friend of mine, Mike Marsilio, is here. What's up, Mike?
Hey, yo, how's it going?
My family from New York is here. My brother Nathan. Say what up, Nathan. What up? My mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Carl. My stepdad.
Hi, Taylor.
Good people in here, all to watch me make a fool of myself for the better of my silly podcast.
I had a brilliant idea.
Jackie's in the corner just trying not to be a part of this. She's as upset as I am, I
Is
think.
Jackie going to be the one shaving it?
No, I'm just going to take care of it. You know, I'm going to do it in the second half of the show, live on the show.
Yes.
I have a shoebox over here somewhere that I'm just going to shave it into so I don't get it everywhere.
We will record it.
We're going to record it.
Unfortunately, it won't be live because we want you all to be excited to listen to the show.
Exactly.
So we're going to record it, and then once the podcast is released, we will release the video.
Yeah. Of me crying myself to baldness.
And just a mustache.
Just a mustache. I'm going to look like a 6'5" overweight penis. And it's been bothering me all week because I knew right away that we were going to hit this goal because everybody, the excitement intensified so fast, and not just like our excitement about it, primarily Kev's, but all of our listeners really backed in, got behind this. And I don't know whether to be like extremely happy and pleased with our listeners or just like really upset with them for just disliking me this much.
Thank our motherfuckers.
Yeah, thank the motherfuckers. The motherfuckers got me to do this, So, I mean, we were like literally a couple plays away from hitting our secondary goal, and like I can't even say how thankful I am for people participating. And again, just how much of a shithead co-host Kev is.
So we usually average.
See, I planned that while you were drinking in hopes that you died. That's what happened. I noticed that you were drinking, and I was like gonna just not say anything about you, but then I was like, "Oh, he's dead now." So at least that's good.
We were averaging like 20 plays the first day of every episode.
Yeah, 20 to 30 plays every day, every Monday, and like we don't need to get into all that, but like just the fact is that everybody's generally excited for the beginning of the week to listen to Might Be News.
We hit like 46 or 47 the first day.
Yeah, it might even been like like 50
People want to see you
It
look
was
like
nuts.
a giant penis.
I'm going to look like a giant penis in approximately 20 to 30 minutes, however
so
long it takes us to get through the
excited.
first half of the show. Because, I want to take care of the main hunk of the show. While you guys are doing, what's the point and stuff, you're going to be listening to hair follicles of my face being just completely cut off and just
I
separated
just
from
like
me.
the fact that it's going to be everything but the mustache.
Yeah. Which
You're gonna
I've
have
never done. I've never done that
porn
before.
stash.
I've never done that. I haven't even tried it when all right, so listen, the only reason ever that you would see me without a beard is if I fucked up shaving it. If I'm trimming it in preparation to go to a wedding or a formal event or something and I just take one of my sideburns off by accident, the whole thing's got to go. I just start from square one. So that's the only reason that would ever happen. This is not going to be fun for me. And even when I do that, I don't just leave a mustache just to see what it looks like because I already know what it looks like. I already know what it's going to look like. A giant penis. Danny, do you have good news for me?
It was a tough week, but I do got a few stories.
All right, well, here we go.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
Want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
Season 3, episode 12. Danny, what do you got?
All right, so my first story, I guess you could say it's coming out of Boston and Florida. Everybody knows over the past week we had that March for Our Lives rally. I hate talking about the Patriots. Fuck the Patriots. But Robert Kraft stepped up in a big way.
Danny, real quick, where did you find this story?
I believe I found this on the Might Be News Facebook page.
Follow us, you motherfuckers.
So Robert Kraft actually took the Patriots jet that they use flying to and from their games, and he gave it to the Parkland School students to use to transport them up to Washington for their March for Our Lives rally.
That's so awesome.
I
That's
mean,
great.
he like we said on the Facebook page, he put the politics aside and reached out and helped these kids.
I like
So,
that.
even though the Patriots suck, Robert Kraft did something good.
Yeah. He sucks, but he did that good.
Yeah.
It's good.
My second story, I wouldn't really say it's like a good news story, but this week, Roseanne TV show has come back to TV, and for its debut season, whatever the fuck
Season
you wanna
premiere?
call it.
Yeah,
Season premiere. 18.1 million people tuned in to Roseanne.
Holy shit.
18.1. So this was the largest rating for a TV series in years.
More than Celebrity Apprentice?
More than Celebrity Apprentice.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, and after that one episode, ABC already renewed it for another season.
It was a big hit. It was almost like they didn't miss a beat. They just picked up right where they left off.
Did anybody here watch it?
Yes,
My
You did?
wife did.
I did.
My mom, Mike, you watched it?
No.
Mike, what'd you think of it?
It was good. It was good. Good laugh lines, both sides of the aisle. It was very political.
That's what I heard. I heard it tackled a lot of social issues.
Yeah, but pretty well balanced. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, good.
But the thing about that, it's almost like your everyday household where they don't hold back. Like there was a part in the show where I forget her name. I think it's Diane. They were talking about voting for the president, and she voted for somebody else. Roseanne voted for Trump, and they weren't talking because they were feuding. It's like the
Yeah.
average household.
Yeah.
So big hit, 18.1 million viewers. Good for them. It's been renewed. So
It's good.
awesome.
Kev, you said you watched it?
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah, I dug it. I mean, it definitely wasn't the Roseanne from the 90s, but it was definitely good. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
Good.
All right, and my last story is coming out of Colorado. This is good news for, looks like, all the students out there in Colorado. Colorado School District is switching to a 4-day school.
I saw something about this.
4-day school week. So at the beginning of the next school year, students in the Colorado District may only be attending class 4 days a week instead of 5. The School District 27J has formally submitted its application for the new calendar in the Colorado Department of Education. The district hopes to hear a reply in June and start the beginning of next year. This is to give teachers more time to prep and also to give them a little bit, break from the students for those those months that they're teaching. But 4-day school week in Colorado. Colorado's doing big things.
Yeah. Smoking a lot of dope out there.
I think that's also why they need that extra day. To
Yeah,
recover.
probably. They're just chilling. Just chilling. Like, yo, what are you doing today?
Would you
Just fucking
rather?
chilling,
Would you
man.
rather have off Friday or Monday?
I don't know. That's a good one.
Friday.
Monday. It's football season, half of the year.
Yes.
Wow.
Monday.
Wow.
I got to nurse that hangover.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
I'd probably want Monday as well.
Yeah. Then if you did that, would Tuesday become the next day that you hate a lot? Or do you already hate Tuesday? Is there anybody who feels any kind of way about that day in particular?
No.
No, but what
But
about...
you can generally say that you don't like Mondays.
No.
Kev, shut up.
What
Anybody
about-
else feel
You're an
something?
asshole.
What about the working man out there though? Like you gotta put your kids in daycare, and you're trusting a bunch of potheads to take care of your kids for a 5th day,
It's true.
right?
It's true. Now you don't have to do that. Now you can be a pothead and watch your own kids. All right, so that's good news.
That's what I got for good news.
Awesome. Thank you. Social media rundown time. It's a big hit. It's a massive success. This segment.
It's huge.
Well, now our show has a formula to it. We were like might be news, and I'm just randomly blurting shit out before. Oh, I found this random thing. Oh, I found this random thing. Now we have a fucking roadmap, an episode per episode roadmap.
Holy shit, we're doing big things.
Doing big things, Kev.
Doing big things and shaving beards.
You you remember where we came from with this, Kev? Sitting in a corner of a room
in a fucking closet.
with in a closet with one microphone between us and just talking nothing but political nonsense to actually talking about stuff that matters
Boring.
Like what?
with our friends. Like the fart war in the late 1840s in feudal Japan. Did you hear about that?
Fart war.
I saw your post on Facebook about it, but I
So
didn't hear
check it
about
out. They found this Japanese scroll, illustrated scroll, and it shows all these warriors farting on each other from a distance,
From horses.
from horses, bro, from horses through buildings, through walls and shit.
Wait a minute.
I'm talking about forceful winds of ass current.
How long ago was this?
It from the late 1840s is what they're saying.
So remember that episode where we talked about the time we'd want to go back and live, and I said the 1950s?
Yeah.
I want to go back to this time because I feel like I would be like the president of the fart wars.
You would just
I'd be fucking people up through buildings, around corners.
They got guys on horses just riding by, just shitting on people hard, just like everybody's dead. Go check it out because there's a bunch of pictures and it looks mad funny. I'm telling you, it's mad
You gotta
funny.
take Chipotle back in time with you too, though. You gotta do that.
Bring some Taco Bell back with you.
Chipotle and
shit.
Taco Bell, yeah.
All right, so I also found a pretty cool article that they're coming out with weed tampons.
So do you smoke them?
No, you use them like a tampon. And apparently it helps with cramps and things like that. I don't know how I feel about putting weed inside of myself. Not that I can't.
You wouldn't be
but,
putting weed inside
I wonder.
yourself.
Yeah, true. But I wonder. You know what I mean? The first thing I thought of was that'd be kind of cool, right? I don't know how I'd get that.
I
get that
can
done.
see this going bad because desperate times call for desperate measures.
I
and
can't.
I'm gonna
Nobody
use-
has anything.
I'm gonna use this tampon to roll my weed and get that little extra kick of THC in there.
Next
Oh,
up,
man.
the weed enema.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do if you're completely out of weed and the only thing left in the house is
A
your
weed
wife's
tampon.
weed tampon? What do you
Exactly. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Not that anybody here could answer this question, but do you get high or does your vagina get high? That's what I want to find out.
it's probably localized because I know they sell THC infused lotions that
So their vagina's hype, or just chilling. Maybe it's just
I don't know.
chilling. But you think it's it might be just chilling.
Can I come up with a name for this thing? I want to call it Catnip.
You need to contact this company and tell them that You own the rights to that name, and they have to pay you X amount for that.
Wow.
that's funny.
Welcome to the podcast, Mike.
Mike's visiting right now from Florida. We grew up with Mike. You guys were neighbors, basically, right?
Yeah. I've known Mike Marsilio a long time.
Mike and I were in a rap group for a little while together. OT, Organic Theory. Shout out Unique Skills, Joey K. MC equals Flam.
Unique skills.
DJ Brino. Poop was the agent 002. I was and still am just green. Yeah, good times.
Back to the weed tampons.
Yeah.
No, I got a legit question. Every once in a while, I get severe nosebleeds, and I actually use a tampon to stop it from bleeding.
Wow.
Seriously, it works. They do it in sports. That's my EMT side coming out.
Okay.
I wonder if that would affect, like, your nose would be high.
There's only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out.
Listen, for the good of the show, I am willing to do this for the show.
Stick tampons.
Inadequate.
I'm willing to stick weed tampons on my nose.
Inadequate. Listen, if I'm shaving my beard today, next
No.
step is figuring out what we're going to do with you.
Weed tampons.
And the next step after that, Kev, is total devastation.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay. Well, we have some time to figure it out. We're going to plan some things. Okay. Because I'm not going to be happy for a little while after today.
I just keep
Okay.
picturing
And neither
what
is
you'd
Jackie.
look
Jackie
like without a
sees
beard.
me way more than I see myself. Right?
I'm so excited.
Moving on. We posted the newest trailer for Westworld. Anybody here watch Westworld? Clearly, I posted this.
Yes.
You have seen it?
Never seen it before. I was agreeing that you were the one that posted it.
Oh. Nobody here has watched it besides me and Jackie. Then it's a great show.
No.
You get into it. It's crazy. Well, since nobody's watched it, I'll just kind of move right on from that.
Moving on.
There's a new cancer vaccine that's getting ready to start human testing. My thought is that this could be the end for us. This could be the start of the zombie outbreak. How do you guys feel?
Zombies. Yo.
Great input from Kev on this one.
Kev's always spot
Give
on.
it up for Kev.
Yeah, great job,
That's
Kev.
fantastic.
Really happy for you, Kev.
Dude, I would shit myself straight up. And you're not going to do it. You're not going to have anything except for a box cutter, dude. What
Would
are you going to do?
Yeah. I'm sure she's not going to intimidate them with a mustache. That's for
You're
sure.
gonna go around asking the zombies, "You want a mustache ride?"
Yeah. I look like a penis. Don't eat me.
My thing, my whole feeling behind this is I have a hard time believing that they are just now coming up with the vaccine. I personally believe that they have a cure for it, but insurance companies and hospitals make too much money off of cancer patients.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
I mean, my brother passed away 2009 from leukemia, and I saw some of his hospital bills that the hospital was getting paid, and they made a lot of money.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that they do have a cure out there. They make too much money off of it.
We'll see how it goes. I'm hopeful that it pans out to be something good and not a world-ending, virus.
I'm ready for the zombies, though.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You think you're ready?
I'm ready.
You're ready for football to be over forever?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, can I go back to the good news?
Yeah, good news.
Yeah, baseball's back.
Oh, yeah.
And
Good.
the Eagles are still Super Bowl champions.
Shit! Can we cue the good news story?
Yeah, right.
Cue it.
All right,
damn it,
so
Kev.
Stole it.
those are some of the good stories, or not necessarily good, but stories I posted on Facebook this week. On Twitter, we got Sister Jean. You guys know who Sister Jean is?
Yeah, she's that 98-year-old sister from that Loyola, the Chicago basketball team.
Loyola, Chicago, Loyola of Chicago.
Yeah,
That's what it
they
is.
were ranked 11th, and they're now
As
in the
if you
Final
couldn't
Four.
tell that I have no idea what we're talking about. Yeah, they're like what? 11 seed?
11 seed. Yep.
Did they start out on 11 seed? They
Yes.
did? Okay.
Yes.
So, and they're all the way in the Final Four. By the time you hear this show, they'll probably have already lost.
There's a good chance they could be playing Villanova in the championship.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to meet Michigan? I don't think they're going to beat Michigan.
I don't know.
I'm surprised they're here, but anyway, that's not the point. I saw today that they had like a press conference with Sister Jean, and in the next room, basically, there's only like a sheet like separating the two rooms, you know, like a conference center. And on the other side, they have the players one by one of this college basketball team. There's like no room to even stand in the room that Sister Jean is in. I saw like 5 people in the room where the actual athletes were at asking questions. Like, how shitty? All right, so here's where I'm at with that. How shitty is that for you as a player? Would you feel a certain kind of way? If you went all the way, if you're even just making it here, no one's going to remember you. They're going to remember this lady who doesn't play basketball.
Would they have gotten that for if she wasn't praying for him, though?
That's a question I can't answer.
Who knows?
John, what do you think?
Why is she getting so much attention? What is she doing?
She's a
being old.
She's a
She's being
98-year-old chaplain for the team. She's been doing it her whole life.
And she's getting all the media attention.
getting
The
all the
players
media
are getting nothing.
It's just like Millie. Millie got all the attention
Right.
for the Vikings.
Yep.
That I don't even know the guy's name for the Eagles.
I forget.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
The old Eagles fan.
Because each one of those stories lasted a day.
Yeah.
This lady's been around for a whole month, which is longer than almost anything happens in the news these days, except for like elephants giving birth or something. Right? Was it an elephant or a giraffe?
It was a giraffe.
Great.
And her name was April.
Whatever her name was. she was on like Facebook Live for fucking 4 weeks straight.
for weeks.
Remember? Like you couldn't log onto your goddamn phone without seeing a giraffe vagina. Live.
That was a year ago.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a year ago.
Surprised we remember that. My attention span as an American is so low. Next thing. Love letters to a shooter. People have been sending this stupid-looking kid, Nicholas Cruz, love letters and money.
This is the fucking stupidest shit I've ever heard.
I mean, listen, I get it because like people get off on like writing letters to prisoners and like there's a whole like kind of like subculture of people that get into that kind of shit. But I just don't get it. And like we talk about like distinguishing, you know, people who may or may not be mentally fit to like, I don't know, own a gun. Would these stupid people be considered one of those people to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Dude, why are you putting this kid in the spotlight? Like,
Not even that, but like sending, here's money to help you. I love you. Thank you for everything you did.
So I read that story too, and grown women are sending nude pics
Yeah.
to this guy.
Yeah. He's like 17.
It's bizarre.
Yeah. Danny, how does it make you feel?
I mean, to look up to somebody like that, I mean, it definitely makes you think that that person isn't mentally stable. The reasoning behind it, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
But why? Just don't understand.
I just can't even comprehend this story. Like, why would anybody look up to him
I don't know.
or think, you know, send him nudes or whatever it is? But it reminds me, remember right after the Boston Marathon bombing, the one brother survived, and he was on the front cover of the Rolling Stones. You remember that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I don't understand how these people become like, they get their 15 minutes of fame that they were probably hoping for, but it's just crazy to me.
Same with like Charles Manson, though.
Yeah.
When he died, everybody was,
Yep.
everybody posting tributes to Charles
Yeah.
Manson. Like,
It doesn't make sense. Like, it's weird.
I like your Nazi sign on your forehead.
Yeah.
You look like a penis with a Nazi sign, not a mustache.
Yeah. I just saw this and it just made no sense to me. Also, just speaking of guns, some ex-Supreme Court guy said that he thinks that they should repeal the Second Amendment this week. I don't think that anything like that could happen here.
I don't think it will happen.
I don't think that there's any way that people are going to get their way on that. Like, because honestly, I feel like the majority of Americans don't feel like that's the answer.
Taking the guns away is not the answer.
Well, we've talked about it before on this show that everything's an extreme.
Yeah.
Especially in the mainstream media. So like when the average American just feels like we should have common sense gun laws, the mainstream media takes it as, oh my God, we just don't want guns. Like, we don't want guns of any kind. And I think it's stupid. It's all stupid.
No, I think it's awesome that, like, I know Danny and Kevin own guns, and I know that they're responsible people who are going to they're going to protect their families if needed. And they've done some training with them. They go to ranges, they practice, and I'm thrilled that they feel more comfortable with that. My in-laws have guns. They hunt. We eat a lot of venison because of that. Like, we actually eat off of it. That's fantastic. But I think there needs to be just a lot more regulation and things. Like, I think I mentioned it before, how much effort it takes for me as a CDL driver with a hazmat to get that license. It's like 6 weeks, 2 background checks, fingerprints taken, things like that. That's what needs to happen, I think, with purchasing a gun.
It's funny you bring that up because I have my CDL as well. And it was more of a hassle for me to get my CDL than for me to buy a gun.
Yeah.
The whole AR thing. I mean, that's the issue is the ARs. That's what everybody is.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
These mass
shootings.
shootings.
The public issue is that. I don't think that that's the actual issue.
No,
but yes, the
yeah.
public views that as an issue. Yes.
And these people that have these ARs, I would love to own an AR, but to sit there and claim that these ARs or that they're for hunting, I mean, what do you need a 30-round clip to go hunting with?
Nobody claims that an AR is for hunting because it's illegal to hunt with an AR.
It's to protect them. It's to protect themselves from a zombie invasion or a government that owns drones. Basically,
but
it's not going to matter in the end. None of this matters in the end.
How is it illegal to hunt with AR?
Because there's laws for what guns you can hunt with and how many bullets you can have in your chamber.
Right. Why do you need a 30-round clip?
You can't hunt with an AR.
I'm pretty sure you can.
No, you
just
can't.
not in the state of Pennsylvania.
Oh, I'm talking about PA. Now, like down in Texas, you can hunt pigs down in Texas with an AR.
You don't. If you're gonna have an assault rifle, you do not need a 30-round clip to hunt.
Shit, man, in Florida, you pull that 30-round clip AR when somebody cuts you off in traffic, man. That's Florida right there.
Yo, but didn't the kid in Parkland, wasn't he already investigated by the FBI, or didn't they at least? I'm pretty sure I read that they at least had a conversation with him.
He was tipped off, or the FBI was tipped off many times. The police visited his house 39 times.
So that should be right there. You can't buy guns.
Exactly.
At least until you're cleared. Like you've been talked to, you shouldn't be able to buy guns. The guy that shot up the Vegas concert, the guy owned like how many freaking guns? Like he had been stockpiling guns for years. Like there should be some kind of flag for these kinds of things. I don't think anybody wants to take guns away, but I think we got to just keep a better eye on what's happening and who's buying these guns.
Well, that's one thing we said about Nicholas Cruz is the FBI was tipped off many times. He was labeled a threat. He was expelled from school. And there were numerous police visits to his house for a mental person.
Right.
The FBI said they could not locate him. The FBI dropped the ball.
Right.
Yeah, that's one thing we did talk about.
100% drop the ball.
Here's a thought: since Facebook is collecting everybody's data, why not put them in charge of the gun registration?
Straight
and
up.
let them deal with it.
Straight up.
It would at least
You're
be
full of great
3
ideas,
Yeah,
Mike.
No kidding. It would at least be 3 times more effective.
Absolutely.
Just to move on from that real quick, last point on that. I've seen a lot of people posting things like, I'll handle my own guns, or I'm in charge of my own guns. #2A, all this shit. And at the end of the day, they want to tell women that they can and can't get abortions. Stop being hypocrites. Vote independent. Let's move on. Straight up. The only way out of this nonsense is to vote for a third party, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Get this divide and conquer shit out of here, because all we're going to get out of it is extremes. I saw an interesting article that I actually tagged co-host Kevin because this is his thing. This girl, Charlie Lagarde, She lives in Canada. She turned 18.
I think it's pronounced anus.
What was the other one that you left? Wang.
Oh no,
Oh.
no, it wasn't Wang.
Yeah, it was Wang.
It was
Yeah, it was
Wang,
Wang.
yeah.
Was it Wang?
Yeah, but you said that word before.
Posthumously.
Posthumously Wang.
This girl, Charlie Lagarde, went out and bought a lottery ticket on her 18th birthday, and she lives in Canada, so they do the lottery a little differently up there. But she's getting $1,000 a week for life, which in Canada equals 25 years, apparently, because it's only
That's the lottery
that's
here,
that's
too.
what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Leo from Copper Lion Art, who actually lives in Canada, hit me up when I posted this and said, for some context, this is in Canada. Those lotteries offer a smaller lump sum payout for the $1,000 a week. There's no tax on it in Canada.
Really?
Wow.
So that's $52,000 a year for 25 years. Which I said by the time she's 43, she's got $1,450,000. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'd take that.
I'd take it too.
Do this
But you
podcast.
still can't quit your job.
Nah, not on $52,000 a year.
Nope.
Well, we'll see. I'd make it work, yeah.
I'd be a Walmart greeter.
I'm stalling. I don't want to take this break because when I come back, I'm going to have a fucking shoebox in my face shaving my goddamn beard off.
I'm so excited. Oh,
We're going to take a little break. We're going to come right back with What's the Point?
and shave your beard.
Shave my beard. And late review and all that good stuff. We'll be right back. You'll know. Welcome back to Might Be News. I'm Taylor Cooper. With me as always, say what up, Kev. You. What up, Danny? Trying to be normal as can be over here. Cool as a cucumber.
Shave your beard.
What's up, Mike? Thanks for being here.
Still here.
What up, John?
What's going on?
Hi, family. Jackie, I love you. Welcome back to Might Be
For
News.
now.
Getting ready to shave my beard off for the good of the show, Kev. For the good of the show. Real quick, while I get this set up, we're gonna do What's the Point, so let me just do that real fast. What's the point?
Is there a point to this?
What is your
Are
point?
you just gonna sit there and look stupid?
I'm not doing a point because I'm shaving my beard off. You ready?
Let's see it.
Somebody else go.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, it's
I
happening.
can hear it.
Oh my God, it's happening. Don't look, Jackie. How do you expect us to do What's the Point when this is going on?
Because this is a good radio.
Oh
Somebody has to
my
talk about
God.
something.
Oh,
Dude, you're doing Wolverine right
hold on,
now.
he's doing
Keep doing the
Wolverine.
chin.
Yeah.
Give yourself a full man chew before you shave everything off.
That is
Dude,
awesome.
Yo, if you, dude, I'm happy with that. You just keep that.
I'm kind of happy with this too, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's awesome. Make sure you get a good picture of that.
You kind of keep it like that.
Yeah. What?
Oh my.
Can I leave my soul patch?
Nope. Everything
At least
but
for a
the
minute,
mustache.
All right, I'll let the soul patch is the last to go. What a terrible experience.
Kev, we're supposed to be doing what's the point
Yeah,
right now.
I can't not watch.
You're literally watching a guy shave his face.
All right, I'll start with what's the point.
Glad somebody can do their job.
I can't take you seriously right now. Oh
What is
my
that? Is that your
god!
chin?
Is that your
Oh my
chin?
God.
Holy shit!
This
I'm
is
so
terrible.
sorry, Jackie.
It's terrible.
You look like a penis.
You look like a penis,
You look like somebody from Gangs of New York.
right?
All right, I'll start with what's
I
the
gotta
point.
take my headphones off to get the rest. So you guys are in charge now.
All
Okay,
right.
please do your
So-
jobs. Do something positive for the show.
My point for this week, we're recording this episode, was it Friday night? Sunday is Easter. You're probably going to end up seeing a lot of this on Facebook. I'm getting pissed off with these parents that are starting to change Easter into Christmas. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
absolutely.
I mean,
Wait, it's not the same thing?
no, it's not. Don't
I
look
know
at-
it's not the same.
Don't look at me when you don't look at me.
Oh no.
So, you know, Easter, you know, all the parents, they post the photos of their kids in their Easter baskets. I see these Easter baskets that they're not even candy.
No, all
It's just
toys
all
and
toys.
and hundreds of dollars.
And it I don't know why, but it annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It's not Easter, or it's not Christmas, it's Easter. We give our kids an Easter basket. Now, Easter this year is falling on April Fool's. So my wife and I are planning on, oh my God, you're so ugly.
I know, dude. Instant downgrade.
You just went from like a 4 to a 1.
Absolutely. Easily.
But my wife
With
and
my
I,
weak butt chin.
we're planning on,
Baby
on
booty.
pulling the April Fool's joke on our kids since Easter's on April Fool's.
Right.
I'm gonna show him an April Fool's joke. Just tell him to look at me.
We're making up 2 Easter baskets. One's gonna be their actual candy and that kind of stuff, and the other's gonna be a basket full of shit they don't like
Oh, that's
vegetables
awesome.
and fruit and that kind of shit.
Oh, that's great.
But you know, we are giving them one present from the Easter Bunny, and it's something stupid. But I see these parents giving bikes and, you know, Xboxes and PlayStations.
Easy, because
Like,
my mustache doesn't connect to my beard because I'm still a child.
when did Easter become Christmas?
That's a great question.
That's my
That's
point.
terrible. That is terrible.
On a different level, you kind of look like a celebrity, and I think I placed it like Mark Wahlberg's penis in Boogie Nights,
Boogie Nights?
but with
Yeah,
a
dude, I can
but
see
but
that.
but with a mustache.
Right. That thing was huge, wasn't it?
All right, Kev, what do you got for this week?
So I saw a story on TMZ that I wanted to talk about. Barbra Streisand. So if anybody didn't know, she cloned her dog. She cloned her dog.
She cloned her dog.
She cloned her dog, and
Still
she got
shaving Infinity
she-
Bike.
she got 2 dogs out of it. So there's a story on TMZ that she took her 2 clones of her dog to the grave site to visit the dead dog that she got the clones from. And I have nobody's attention.
That's crazy. No,
She
that's wild.
cloned her dog and got 2 dogs?
She cloned her dog and got 2 dogs.
She bought one, got 2 free? Or it definitely wasn't free, but shit.
But-
That's kind of cool.
But how weird is that? That she took the 2 clones to visit the dog that's dead that she got the clones from.
That's
Could you
weird.
imagine visiting yourself in the grave?
That's
So
weird.
what is weird to you is the fact that they went to go see the dead dog, not the fact that they're not really dogs.
It's like the people that give, you know, like the people that go see,
For the
like they
close-up.
get a transplant, and then they go meet the people. They go meet the
way
people
too
that gave them the
loud.
transplant.
That was loud.
That was loud.
Fucking hear that? Is it really loud?
Yeah.
Yo, do you
Fucking whacking weeds.
think the dogs act exactly like the first dog, or do you think they have different personalities?
No, go ahead. You're fine.
That's a good question because I really don't know. I mean, wouldn't it be like how they're? I guess they'd be raised the same way because it's the same person.
Yeah, I would think so.
Trying gonna do it when you guys aren't talking.
But like, isn't that the point though? Like, you're cloning them to get the same dog. Like, just because it looks the same, what's the difference of getting the same breed if it acts different? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I have a pit bull terrier mix, and it's one thing to, God forbid when my dog does go, to go back and get another pit bull, but there's not going to be another dog that's like my dog.
Right.
So I couldn't, it have to be the same personality, the same, personality traits and everything.
Oh, dude.
Remember, Kev, I'm gonna fuck you up.
So what if these dogs got like good and evil, the split personality?
Yeah,
what
that'd
if
be
one
crazy.
got the good side and one got the bad side?
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
You should make a Disney movie out of it. Right?
All right, so that's your point. John, you got a point for this?
Yeah. So when we were talking about that young girl that just won the lottery, she's going to get $1,000 a week or whatever for the rest of her life, or 25 years, whatever. It had me thinking of the idea of universal basic income. So the idea behind that is, and they're testing it, I think, in like Iceland or something like that. But the idea is, instead of food stamps, welfare, Social Security, every citizen of the country gets a basic income of maybe like $25,000 a year, regardless of your other income or what you do. Every citizen gets exactly the same money. Nobody can abuse it. Nobody can, whatever, get help that they shouldn't. Everybody's going to be even and on an even playing field. And do you think that that's a good idea?
It would eliminate stuff like food stamps, right?
Right.
I mean, I think it's a good idea.
So I see other potentials in it. Like, all right, if you do not have to work as hard just to live, like, we saw something the other day in like Chester County is like one of the most expensive counties to live in Pennsylvania, right? You need didn't you guys post that? Like, you have to make a certain amount of money just to live in Chester County, right? It's a ridiculous amount. So like, the idea is, okay, if the pressure is off of you just to make ends meet to like live or buy food, right? Then what could you do? Would we see more artistic people? Like, there's all these people that maybe have incredible talents, but never do anything about it because they have to work 50 hours a week just to make ends meet and never get the time to work on it. So if they have that basic income, maybe, those people can work on achieving those goals of working with their talents.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that extra $25,000-$30,000. I mean, that takes a lot of stress off of you.
Yeah.
Kev?
It does take a lot of stress off, but if everybody gets the $25,000 a year, I mean, because there's always people that have these jobs that don't need it. I think it should go to, and how do you justify as exactly as to who needs it? But I'm so on the idea, because I do like it, because the people that do need it could use it. But then you got these doctors that are making millions of dollars a year that don't need it. I mean, what do they need the $25,000 a year for to subside for? I mean,
yeah, maybe, I don't know how to be fair about it, but maybe if you make over $1 million a year, you don't get the 25,000. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's just like with the tax brackets. When you're in a different tax bracket, you have more money taken out. You can always set it up like that, where the lower class gets the higher amount, and the upper class gets they still get a portion of it, but just not the 25,000-30,000.
Yeah, I think the idea of it is to be fair, so that everybody gets the ability to, like, if you do lose your job, you can rely on that. But the other issue I thought of is, let's say you're a pizza shop down the street and you're selling pizzas for $10, right? And now everybody is making an extra $25,000 a year. What's going to keep you from raising your pizza up to $20? Like, is there going to be like a natural inflation because everybody, and everybody in the country is making enough money to at least afford that, so you bump your prices up? Are things like that going to happen to offset it?
100% yes. I'm seeing that right now with that the tax tariff that Donald Trump just put on the steel. I work in the steel mill.
Right. Yeah.
He just put this tariff out where, you know, if you buy steel from overseas, you pay an extra 25%. There are now steel companies over here that are saying, all right, well, Joe Smith has to buy the steel from me. Right now, my steel is $20 a pound. I'm going to raise it to $35 a pound, knowing that he has to buy from me.
Yep.
It's currently happening.
Right.
Where these companies are now saying, well, it's still the same price to buy it from overseas, so we're going to get it quicker because they take a lot of shortcuts. They don't have all the safety regulations set up.
Mhm.
So we are going to pay that extra 25%. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
back.
They are going to pay that extra 25%. I lost my train of thought. To fuck. All right, Poop, you got a point?
Yeah, I got a point. All right. So DMX was just found guilty on tax evasion, and his lawyer decides to play the slipping video as part of his defense. Now, what's the point of locking DMX up when, you know, at first it came to bullshit, the drama with his mama, and he got on some fly shit and he split and said that he's going to be the seed that didn't need much to succeed, you know, a heart that doesn't bleed. I mean, like, what's the point of locking DMX up?
Wow. That's a really
I don't
good
even
point.
know what to say to that.
That's a really good point.
I'm having trouble concentrating. I'm not going to lie.
Nicely done. So I'm back on the show. And
You got a caterpillar on your lip.
I'm back on the show. And I have an extremely weak chin. I have a mustache now.
2 at best.
You look like a motorcycle cop from the 80s.
Where's my sunglasses?
Throw some aviators on right now.
That's the key. I don't know where my sunglasses are. I'll find them and I'll post pictures.
We got to
As if
use some
people wanna see
aviators or
this.
something.
Oh my god. I'm just yeah. My point is that I took a severe downgrade today.
Sure did.
All right. Thank you for everybody for listening and participating in this stupid thing. We will destroy Kev before the end of the season. Danny, you're going to get it too.
Don't hate.
I'm not hating. You did a great thing.
Don't hate. We wanted to wax your chest, but you're not man enough to grow hair on your chest.
Actually, I do have a point. I forgot. I do have a point. I'll get over this.
You're a jerk.
Jackie, we're going to get through this. Anybody see this story? I don't know. I missed some of the show. I don't know if you guys talked about it or not. This 36-year-old accountant named Scott Foster in Chicago, who got sometimes he's an accountant all the time, but he plays like not amateur, but like sub-pro, semi-pro hockey most of the time. And from time to time, the Blackhawks call him up to be like a third-string goalie.
I
type
saw
deal.
this.
You saw this?
Where did you see this story at?
Oh, it's on the Might Be
It's
News
on the
Facebook.
Might Be News Facebook
Yeah, you
page.
should follow us.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Thank you for pointing that out.
I got you.
Scott Foster is a 36-year-old accountant who lives in Oak Park, Illinois. He plays goalie for this team. You know, he's like the third string guy. Most of the time he just goes there, shows up, eats some food, watches the game, hangs out, whatever. Nothing really happens. Their first string goalie got hurt, and their second string goalie went down, and
He had to come in the game.
He had to come in, and he stopped all 7 shots that were taken out.
He got the number 1 star, I believe, of the game.
Yeah,
They
he
gave
got
that to him.
Yeah, they gave that to him. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool.
I'll ask you this. Don't a lot of NHL teams have these spare goalies set up that, you know, attend the games just in case something like this
absolutely
happens?
the backup just in case.
And they're like either in the stands watching the game, an equipment manager or something like that.
Absolutely.
I thought I read a story about that
Yes.
before.
Don't a lot of hockey guys have nice beards?
They do. Some of them do, yeah.
Sometimes podcast hosts have nice beards.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I'm devastated on the inside and on the outside.
Can you just not look at me for the rest
Dude,
of the podcast?
It's awkward, isn't it? It's awkward, isn't it? Like I can feel it. There's just like this like sting to it. Like I'm like just.
How does the air feel on your cheeks and your chin now?
It burns right now, Kev. To be honest with you, I put a bunch of aftershave on. You might smell it. It's kind of nice. It's decadent a little bit, but like it burns right now. It sucks, and it burns emotionally as well.
I'm just glad you shaved your head today too, because it makes it look extra nice.
Yeah, it matches. I started all from square one except for my caterpillar mustache. Kev, man. You know, you sometimes you're just downright stupid, but sometimes you're really sneaky and smart, man. And those are the worst times for me. Just saying. When you're stupid, I have a lot more fun.
Jackie, how you holding up over there?
Is it hard to look at me?
She's
a little
gonna
hard to
be
look at.
all right.
Well, from here, we can't hear you on the radio either. So, so we're gonna go to late review. So here we go. I know it's a little late, but
You're just hearing about this?
Can't believe I'm just hearing.
Why didn't I know about this sooner?
all right, late review. I saw that this past week was the anniversary of the Gorillaz' first album. I also saw that today is the 20-year anniversary for Gangstar's Moment of Truth. I've heard Moment of Truth a million times, but I prepared more, I think, for the Gorillaz because I knew that earlier on. So I'm going to do the Gorillaz. Gangstar, Moment of Truth, instant classic. Go listen to it if you haven't. Do your homework. Shut the fuck up. Ready?
Yeah, what songs were on that Gorillaz album?
Clint Eastwood. This is their breakout smash.
Yeah.
Breakout smash. And it's got that 19-2000 on it. That dun 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 dun. You know what I'm talking about.
Dude, I remember you bugging on this album
Dude,
when we were younger.
I love this
when
album.
did this come out?
2001.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were in high school.
9th, 10th grade?
Yeah, 10th grade.
Wow.
Yeah. And I remember that the first time I heard Clint Eastwood was on Y100 The Cage Match. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That was the first time I ever listened to it. And it was like the champion for a few days. And I recorded it on my like cassette deck, you know?
Yeah.
Like so I could have it.
You
and,
had to wait until it came on the radio,
Yeah.
then hit record at the right time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So Gorillaz was one of those that like I listened to a lot. And then when I finally did get this album, I was like blown away by how weird it was. Damon, I forget his last name. The guy from Blur is the same guy who's the lead singer
right.
of Gorillaz. And once you like get further into it, it's like even stranger, but it starts making more sense. But it's a cartoon hip hop band. That's what they started themselves to be. Del the Funky Homo Sapien was part of the group in the beginning. He's not now, but they still bring in a lot of hip hop aspects and different artists in on all of their projects. But this one features Del on a couple songs. I love easily 3/4 of this album. I give it an 8 for sure. Rehash number 1, 5/4. Tomorrow Comes Today is a classic. Clint Eastwood is like, no matter what, when I hear that song, I'll listen to it. It's one of those.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten old.
Yeah. Rock the House is a good song. 19-2000 is great. Latin Simone. It's all really good. So that's good. I'm done in the show. I'm so done with the show. Who wants to go next?
You want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Nobody cares what Kev thinks.
All right,
I'm
so
done.
this week,
No, I'm just kidding. What did you do, Kev? Because I actually like your pick this week. It's
I
really
did
good.
Finding Forever by Common. I found out about this album, MTV2, when it released. I thought this album was great. I heard The People on MTV2.
Yeah, that was a big one.
And that was my jam. And then I went out and bought the album, and then every single song on this album I just think is good. I mean,
Kanye had a big hand in this album, right?
Yeah.
That was
Dude,
like when he was like blowing up like real big, right? That was that whole time.
He was featured on Southside with with this album. It was an absolute great album. Some songs Break My Heart, Misunderstood, The Game, South Side, I Want You, Driving Me Wild, The People, Start the Show. I have to rate this album. It is my favorite Common album, but I know he has better albums out there. So I'm going to go like a 7.5, 8. Week 8.
That's good. I can dig that. Danny?
I took a different spin this week. I had trouble finding somebody. I was a little busy with work. So my wife actually did a late review that she was going to do for the ladies' night. She wanted me to give her review for her since she couldn't be on ladies' night.
Okay.
So she did Shawn Mendes, his album that came out in 2016, Illuminate. She said that this is an album that she can keep playing over and over again and not get sick of any of the songs. It has kind of like a sad vibe to it because it's almost about him wanting a girl that he really can't have. His songs Ruin, Mercy, Treat You Better. Mercy and Treat You Better, they're played on the radio. At the end, he ends with an acoustic version of Mercy, and she said his voice is just a stellar voice. Bad Reputation is her number one song. It's got like a good dark vibe to it, vocals, and there's a lot of violins that play in it as well. She's rating it a 7.8. Now, Shawn Mendes, this guy came into the scene 2013. You know how they found him? YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube. He was doing covers of other people's songs on YouTube, and he was signed to a record deal, and he is now blowing up.
That's how they found the Biebs.
Justin Bieber, too, yep.
The Biebs.
Yep.
John, what do you got?
So I didn't realize I was going to be on the show until today, so I didn't have time to prepare or listen to a late review. But I was doing a road trip with an employee this week, and the guy's an older guy, and he's into like bluesy stuff. We listened to like Eric Clapton, Stevie Ray Vaughan, that kind of stuff. But then he put on an album that was Santana, Carlos Santana, Guitar Heaven, the greatest guitar classics of all time. So we put the album in, and the first song comes on. I recognize the riff. It's Led Zeppelin, Whole Lotta Love. But then I realized it was Chris Cornell singing it. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. And as it goes on, the next song's a Rolling Stones song with Scott Weiland. Rob Thomas does one. India.Arie does a song, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Chris Daughtry does Photograph by Def Leppard. Nas actually covers AC/DC's Back in Black, with Carlos Santana doing all the guitar and just killing every song. Chester Bennington's on there doing a Doors cover. Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach does Smoke on the Water. So, dude, I wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't feeling the music on the whole trip, and we put this album in, and I was just into it the entire time, start to finish. Very, very unexpected album, but I recommend if you're into like some classic rock, but you want to hear a modern twist on it, look this one up. It's like a cover album by Carlos Santana.
Very cool. Very cool. Mike?
Yeah, I got one. I want to take it back to when I was a little kid in the Boy Scouts.
Okay.
And I was doing the soapbox derby. And I made this little car, and we put some weights in the front, make it go a little faster. And I painted this thing all green. And I painted on it, and I painted Green Day.
Oh.
And so I want to talk about Dookie.
Wow.
All right? Dookie. Now, that's one of the first CDs I think I ever had as a kid.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, the Longview, I remember when he said shit. And I was like, yeah, this is my kind of album. This is my kind of album right here. But so listening back on Dookie, it definitely has a 90s sound. I can't say the sound holds over to today, but to hear those songs again, it's just a beautiful album.
Crazy nostalgic, right?
Really, really nostalgic.
I love albums that make you feel that
songs
way.
on there.
Right.
Longview, Welcome to
Case.
Paradise, Basket
Yeah.
Case, She. Even the little secret song at the end was not bad. The All By Myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that one. If you listen long enough after the last song, you had to listen like 2 minutes beyond the end song. But yeah.
No, dude, that was a classic. That was one of my first albums
Yeah.
too, dude, and I absolutely loved it.
Did you give it a numerical score?
As a kid, I'd have given it a 10.
Yeah.
As time holds, I'd give it a 7.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's good.
You remember when artists used to do that on CDs, is give that little hidden track? Like there would only be like 16 16 songs, but if you hit the forward button 7 times, you get to 23, and there'd be a hidden song on the album on the CD. You don't remember that?
I don't think I ever
Like,
ran
if
into
you
that.
didn't hit it, like if you
Jagged
just
Little
let it
Pill,
play,
Alanis
right?
Morissette, she had a secret
Yeah.
song on there.
Yeah.
My favorite one was the Above the Rim soundtrack, had a secret Tupac song on the cassette.
Oh yeah.
It was a good one, but there were a lot of CDs back then that had that little secret track if you stayed on.
Korn also had the Follow the Leaders album.
Yes,
they
it did.
had what was the how many seconds of silence in the beginning of the album?
Yeah, on tape that was different. On CD, it was like a whole bunch of songs that
Right.
were straight open. Like
Right.
it was like the CD started on like track like I want to say like 13
or
or
something like that.
something crazy like
Yeah.
that. I'm out here looking like super fucking Mario, man.
You look like Mario's penis.
Everybody's gone for this. Kev, do you have This Week in History?
Yeah, I got this week in history. April 1st, April 1st, 1970. President Nixon signs a bill into law banning cigarette ads from radio and television. April 2nd, 1932. Charles Lindbergh paid a $50,000 ransom to return his kidnapped son. April 2nd, 2005, John Paul II died. April 4th, 1973, the ribbon was cut to open the World Trade Center in New York. April 4th, 1983, Sally Ride became the first woman in space aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger. And April 6th, God, I can't even talk. April 6th.
Are you getting distracted from his mustache?
Yes. April 6th.
Does it feel like another set of eyes looking at you, like the mustache itself is staring at you?
April 6th, 1917, U.S. declares war on Germany, entering World War I.
Well done, Kev.
Don't hate me.
Was that you speaking, or was that your mustache speaking?
That's all I'm going to say. I want to look at Kev.
Are you going to keep the shoebox full of beard hair?
Actually, I was gonna see if Kev wanted it or if anybody else wanted it. Do you guys want it?
Oh my God, no.
I might give it to the birds
No,
outside to
wait
make a
minute.
nest out of it, so it'll be around forever.
Wait. For Kev's punishment, we got to glue that to Kev's chest.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, right.
We have to glue
That's
that.
disgusting.
Shut your mouth.
No, because you didn't
Shut-
have to do anything.
Shut your mouth.
No.
Nope.
That's
Not yet.
disgusting.
He hasn't had to do anything yet, Kev.
We can get like spray glue and we can glue it to his chest.
I want you guys to keep one thing in mind going forward.
That doesn't make for good
Kev.
freaking show.
Kev, hashtag for the good of the show. That's
for
what
the
you
good of the
said,
show,
right?
exactly.
Hashtag
I thought
for
we
the good of the show.
decided something.
No, you stop that. We haven't decided anything.
Unplug his mic.
We haven't decided anything. We are brainstorming, and I'm including you in this for reasons for your professional life. I understand, but that's not for the listeners to know right now. It's behind the scenes stuff.
Wait, do you watch Impractical Jokers?
Yes.
So you saw the one where they shaved.
Yeah, and he
Hughes
had
had-
to wear the wig for like the season.
Yeah, I think at least for a day.
I think Kev's got to go to hockey, and after the game, it's too hot. He takes his shirt off. He's got all the hair on his chest, and he's got to walk around that stinking rink.
I'm not
With-
fucking
with
playing
the
a
Buddha head
game with
chest.
fucking. That is disgusting.
My beard hair has your chest hair.
Oh, that is disgusting.
I think that's fantastic.
It's a great idea.
No, we're gonna keep brainstorming, people. Sorry.
All right, John, thanks for being here.
He didn't get a chance to decide.
Not happening.
Pussy.
Wow. Kev calls the shots, apparently.
I guess so.
You know what? We're going to figure this out, Danny.
I guess he's running the show now.
We're going to figure I'm going to get Amy's opinion, too. Amy, hit me up. That's it. Boom.
We got some good ideas.
Yeah. It's gonna pan out.
It's gonna be fun.
John, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. I appreciate it. It's always a blast.
Mike, thanks for being here.
Good to be here. Good to see y'all.
You guys did great. It was good seeing you, too. Kev, great job tonight.
Yep.
I'm very impressed with some things you did.
See you later, guys.
Peace out, Danny. Great job tonight.
Peace out, guys.
Bye, family. Happy Easter, everybody out there.
Happy Easter.
I know it's Monday and it's not Easter anymore, but go fuck yourself.
He's so salty.
We apologize. That's the mustache talking again.
My mustache is going to be the one talking for a little while now, I guess, apparently.
Yep.
You know, I'm not Italian or nothing. This shit doesn't it takes a while, Kev. This is dedication. It's ruined now.
It's for the good of the show.
Everybody have a great week. Be safe out there. Thanks again for all the support. Follow us on Twitter at Might Be News 24/7. That's Might Be News 247. Shout out Copper Lion Art, my boy Leo out there on Twitter. Get at him. Check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, all that good stuff. Get at us on Facebook, people. We're doing big things out there. Peace out.